I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
What? I want to go and speak to Aquilus. Yes, I do. The one from... Oh, yeah, our Aquilus, I guess I'm going to call him. Okay, this is going to get very confusing, isn't it? Alright, yes, no, I need power in the grav drives. Oh, you know what? I don't know what will happen if I grav drive through a Starborn ship. And now I'm sort of...
Jump complete.
Wishing I'd...
Just for fun.
Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Maybe later.
We don't have any contraband. Yeah, kind of wish we did right about now. The more I think about it, the more questions I come up with. I mean, for example, we know there are loads of Starborn in our universe. Yeah, we keep fighting them. So more than one person can step through the Unity into our universe. Are they all from the same universe? Probably not. They're from different universes. Does that mean lots of universes could have Starborns that come here? But what happens to all of the Starborns that are here? Can they all move on to the next universe? Do they get to choose which universe? Is there a system for this, or is it just completely random? And what happens if can you get stuck? If you're a Starborn and you come to a universe, do you have to get more artifacts, or do you keep the artifacts? I mean, the Hunter made it sound like he was just continuing to collect them. But then, that would mean every time he arrives, he's got to find them again to be able to trigger the next Unity. But, I mean, surely that just means everyone can go... I've got too many questions. There are too many questions. Not enough answers. Do some people become Starborn and then just think, you know what, I've had enough, I'm going to settle down and have a normal life? I mean, I'm wondering... Has this guy, this keeper, okay.
Is there anything I can help with?
Hi.
Did you find it? Your answers? I haven't had a chance to talk about all the truths of Unity in quite some time.
Okay. I was expecting to find something spiritual, not a multiverse. I think I understand the lesson you wanted to teach me, Keeper. Okay, I'm just going to go with absolute honesty. I was expecting this to be some sort of spiritual... Actually, I wasn't. No, not spiritual, but I wasn't expecting a multiverse. I think I... Alright, I was expecting to find something spiritual-ish, but actually with some kind of scientific answer, but I wasn't expecting the multiverse.
Then you won't be the first seeker of the artifacts to be disappointed. My other self, the Hunter.
So you do know
he
about
still
him?
believes that there is some truth buried deep in the continuous hunt for the artifacts. And he might be right. Or maybe the answer is that there are things even more mysterious than a miracle like jumping through universes would seem. Will you do it? Find all the artifacts? Reach Unity?
I don't know. I'm just kind of going with it. I mean, look. Is there an ultimate goal?
So much to ponder. Sometimes it's difficult to know where to start.
I mean, is there an ultimate goal? Do you go through the Unity enough times and suddenly there's a revelation and you figure out what the hell it's all for? I mean, look, seriously, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea, and I am just winging it as I always do.
Given what we have learned in this process and the significance of it all, perhaps it is time we formulate a plan.
I would
Some would
love
say
to.
that not struggling against destiny is the right thing. Who are we to argue with what is put in front of us? Anyway, if you do get to the Unity, I hope you keep our conversations in mind. Figure out your own truth and hold on to it. It could end up being the only constant you have amidst the infinite worlds that will stretch out before you.
How many universes have you been to?
That's actually a difficult question to answer.
Are you the pilgrim?
There was a time when I just stopped counting. I didn't care anymore. Only touching the infinite again mattered. But as my need for answers deepened, my pace slowed. I began to take in more. Sometimes I would try to share my experiences with others. It was a long time until I realized this is where I belonged. In this universe, building the sanctum.
Okay. So, is this the first universe with the sanctum? How does the sanctum's view on Unity square with the actual Unity?
Which one is the actual unity, the concept, or the nexus between universes? The fact that a real center point between us all exists makes me believe more strongly that something greater is out there.
Okay, but don't you want to find it then? Or have you decided the way to find it is through spiritual internal reflection or something? Okay.
The sanctum will always be here for those who seek it.
Yeah, right. That was... I was going to say not helpful, but it kind of was. At least we now know he is actually Starborn. Does this... I mean, am I going to possibly meet other versions of...
Have you ever heard one of his sermons? They're
Sarah?
really good.
Or Barrett, maybe? Or me? Or... I mean, I'm guessing it has to be someone who's touched... Is there a reason why it's always the same people? Like, is there something calling to certain people? I mean, again, the more I think about it, the more questions I get, and the less happy I am with the potential answers. The big question is why? Who built this? You know, and there's got to be a purpose. Are they waiting for us? Do we go through the Unity a number of times and eventually figure it out? And then all will be explained? Or is this just a big joke? Is someone giggling their backsides off somewhere? I mean, honestly, I'm semi-expecting it's the latter. And would I want to go through the Unity? I mean... I've sort of got a place here. I've got people I care about. But the reason I joined Constellation in the first place was... I want to know what's out there. I want to know.
I am glad to be back. It will be good to have a moment to relax.
I'm afraid that's going to be a short moment. Hey, Vasco, how are you doing? Okay. So, guys, how are we doing? Yeah. Does, who wants to start this off? Yep. Hey, Vladimir.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
Yep.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity.
You're not gonna like it. There's an infinite number of me out there. I feel sorry for all of them. Oh God. Sarah is alive, a version of it from another universe. Okay, let's not complicate things by getting them all freaked out. Yeah, the Unity is the center of a multiverse. And we're building a way to it with these artifacts.
Wait, say that again? Multiple universes?
Yes.
You can't possibly mean what I think you mean.
Yes, I
Hate to
can.
be the responsible one, but the big bombshell of what we're actually building here might need another second to sink in. Want to go over this whole multiple universe thing for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
Right. Okay. In another... Right. This trust me, there's multiple universes. The Unity is how we get to them. It makes you stop. Okay, look. I met a version of Sarah from a different universe. And she told me that the Unity creates the Starborn. And they can cross between universes.
Explains why the Starborn want the artifact so bad. Get them all and you've got a gateway to infinity.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
Yeah,
One
good man.
doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation.
Oh my god. I guess this, I suppose, you could consider this a spiritual afterlife, I suppose. New life, the power of the Starborn. Good. This is our mission, to go into the unknown. We should all take time to think about what this means. We should, but guys, isn't this...
lose you, did I?
Maybe. Isn't this what we do? Isn't this what we want? To go into the unknown?
You're right. We have to see the Unity for ourselves.
You know it. Now once everyone's head stops spinning from all of this, we can get back to work.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Hi, blood.
These last glimpses from the eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn.
Okay. I'm not quite ready. Remember when deep space was our only problem? Do you remember that?
Aye. The blackest sea seems less of a concern when there are sharks leaping out at you.
I love how poetic you are. Alright, I will follow up on these. How many have we got now, and how many more do we need, do you think? But I'll follow up on these.
Get your smile out there.
I'll do my best. Alright, we've got 2 new leads. How is everyone?
My friend. Dish.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
No, I didn't.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects.
Possibly
Forgot to
true.
check the math on a few equations. The brain's long con. Forgetfulness.
Hi.
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
Yeah. So what do you think of this idea of the Unity?
It's silly, but I can't stop thinking about the idea that there are more of me out there. Even just one more Noel is crazy to consider, but dozens, hundreds, an infinite number of them?
Yeah.
How different might we all be? Am I not even remotely the unique individual I thought I was? My head is spinning just considering it.
Yeah, you and me both. So no universe hopping for you then? Yep, nothing about this changes who you are. Right? You are still you. You are the person inside your head. You are that process going on in your brain. The fact that there is another one somewhere who's probably very similar to you does not change that. Doesn't change that.
Well, I'm glad you seem so certain of that. I'll admit, I'm not that sure. At all.
Any thoughts on the Starborn?
You mean what could be the biggest discovery in the history of humanity? Yeah, I've got some thoughts.
Lay them on me.
Scans are still inconclusive, but I think we've seen enough to know that we're dealing with something potentially even more unusual than the artifacts. There are so many questions beyond just who are they? How did they find you? How do they know about the artifacts? Why has no one ever seen them before?
I feel like you've been thinking about this and preparing some answers for me for a while, and you've not quite processed the information I just gave you recently. Don't worry, we'll get answers.
They did openly threaten you, as I understand it. I'd say that's something to worry about.
Yeah,
It was one thing when this was just about us investigating the artifacts. A weird phenomenon that didn't come with creepy threats or questions about aliens or whatever it is that's going on now.
Oh yeah, she's not processing.
I know we'll figure it all out in the end. It's just kind of a lot right now.
Yep, I get it. Yeah.
Stay safe, okay?
Have you talked to Vladimir recently? Face to face, I mean?
Huh. Guess it's been a while. Why?
Guys, he's there.
Oh, I just don't know how he does it. Up there all alone for so long.
Some people love that kind of space.
Still need to lift another set today. Been dragging. Shoulder stiff.
You caused him physical pain with how daft that was.
But there's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there? We have to get this right.
Yes, we do.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one.
Oh, you should just abandon that one. Go for it. What do you think of this idea of the Unity?
I thought I had a grip on the situation. I'm not so sure anymore. The Sanctum Universum believes that God wanted us to travel the stars. That's gotten us here. Is this... Could this be the next step in that journey? Is this what we were meant to learn out here? Could the Unity... Could that be God? Or a way to reach him?
I'll let you know when we get there. We shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. I'll let you know when I get there. It's a lot. No, look, you know what? I should tell you about the Keeper. But it's a lot to wrap our heads around.
I knew we were onto something big with the artifacts, but it's beyond anything I could have imagined. The one thing I'm sure of is that we have to see this through. We need to find the rest of the artifacts.
Yep. All right.
Take care of yourself.
Yep. I will do that. And what about you? I've wanted to speak to you for a while. I did some stuff that you would not believe.
Gave up my room in the lodge so Andreja had a place to call her own. Everyone needs space to let their thoughts run solo.
Yeah, that was nice of you. Any thoughts on the Unity?
Keep coming back to one thing. Both of these Starborn, they're people you know.
Yeah.
Only they're not the people you know. Say and do things the folks you know would never. Doesn't bode well for anyone stepping into the Unity. Or through it, or however it works. You consider what it might do to you?
Oh, you're thinking that the Unity changes you each time you pass through it? I suppose that's possible. It could just be that these people were different. Maybe in the multiverse there's just little differences. You know, and the Hunter, he's just a complete a-hole version of the Keeper. Right? I feel like that's the least of our problems. Nothing will change who I am. Will it? That's a bit of a bold statement. I feel like it's the least of our problems right now. Maybe it's a chance to start over, be someone else. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Or end up trapped in whatever the Starborn call their life's way. Whatever their differences, they both follow Obsession's guidance.
True. Do you have any other artifact temples?
The eye's still looking. Check later.
Okay, will do. Alright.
Lately, I find myself spending more and more time here. Business has appealed to me, but this is exciting.
Yeah? What's your take on the Unity, then?
Counter to everything I've said and believed before. I've caught myself wondering if we ever should have started this search. If this is all true, and I have it right, we've potentially started a chain of events that will create more of these Starborn. Or worse, enable the ones we've seen to become even stronger. I am not fond of either of those options. So maybe now we have no choice but to finish this journey before one of them does.
Yeah. We don't know for sure what we're... If we reach the Unity first, we can level the playing field. I mean, maybe, but it what will that do? If we get to the Unity first, I mean, honestly, I don't know what's going to happen.
No. I suppose we never really do. But I don't see any other possibilities right now. Look, I don't like the idea of siding with either one of these groups. I'd much rather see someone from Constellation get there first. I trust any of us far more than these Starborn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, true, although I would definitely trust the Sarah Starborn more than the Aquilus Starborn, although maybe that's me being foolish.
You're doing Constellation proud.
You know, it's partly because I still feel like there's something of our Sarah there. But mostly it's because the Hunter doesn't like her and thinks she's weak because, you know, she believes in this whole working together and people being, I don't know, the description was worthy. I mean, that could be problematic, but hey.
I'm here for you, should you need me.
I was just wondering... I was wondering what you thought about the whole Starborn thing. How this affects your, you know, religious views. You know what, let's...
I am here if you need me.
Yeah. Let's... I think everyone else went back to the ship.
Oh, sore. One too many squats.
Captain, I have been idling and awaiting my next order for some time now.
Yeah! I'm working on getting more people on the ship, Vasco. We're actually missing you, believe it or not. We are. Definitely. It's odd. But I am, in fact, missing him. Okay, well, we've got a lot to do, but before we head out and do it, I just want to head to the ship and speak to Sam and Barrett. And Cora. Maybe she's got some views. I mean, she's only a kid, but sometimes kids have the clearest view of things.
Personal savior. Thanks again for the assist.
Anytime. Okay, I wonder what you guys know of...
A brief history of time. If you find any addition, any at all, I will be your friend, like, forever. Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And none of that grav tech cheating?
You must have a favorite book, right? It's Brief History of Space and Time is what you want.
Oh, that's my favorite question. I've thought a lot about this. It's a very important choice, after all. My favorite book is Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It's about some explorers who go down a volcano and find a secret underground world below Earth's surface. It's a great story, even with the scientific inaccuracies. Back when it was written, people didn't know the center of the Earth is a huge ball of molten metal.
Right.
Mom says later this year we can spend a whole week together. A week!
Awesome. I gotta know, what do you think of the whole Unity thing?
Well, we're talking about what could be an infinite number of parallel universes, right? If that's really true, how different do you think they are? Like, are they really similar to this one? Or really weird? Is there one where we're all lizard people? Or one where time runs backwards? What do you think?
I think I had questions, but you've got way more. I'd love to see dinosaurs flying spaceships. I totally do.
Giant-sized spaceships or tiny dinosaurs? Wait, why not both?
Totally both.
Well, I kind of do hope it's all true. It really would mean that anything is possible.
Totally. Who's your favorite member of Constellation? It's me, isn't it? It's me.
Is this a trick question? I'm not going to get in trouble, am I? No matter who I pick?
As long as it's me. It's me, isn't it? It's me. Oh, it's me, isn't it? Come on, tell me.
No! You're my third favorite.
Third? Isn't it your dad? Is he your dad?
No way! Choosing my own dad would be boring. Dad's my second favorite.
Okay, so dad's second, I'm third.
But maybe if my book allowance was bigger, that would change.
Okay, I won't tell anyone. Who's your favorite? Is it Vladimir?
Phew! I'm glad you said so. My favorite person in Constellation is Sarah. She's so cool. Yeah. I want to grow up to be just like her.
Yeah.
I've even been practicing being a leader by bossing my dad around. I don't think he likes it much. Your turn. No fair asking a question if you aren't going to answer it too.
Oh. It's someone else. You must have guessed it by now.
Ooh, a big secret, huh? Well, watch out, 'cause Detective Cora's on the case. I'll figure it out sooner or later.
You couldn't figure that one out, Huh. Smart kid. Genius in some ways. Completely clueless in some others.
It's always
Heaven
good
is
to
having
see
a
a friend.
smooth-running ship with a crew of friends.
Yep.
I'm ready to make some waves.
Okay. I wanted to know what you thought of the old Unity thing. Personal questions, maybe?
Certainly.
Okay, how are things going with Lillian?
Well, we managed an entire civil adult conversation the other day. I kept
Good
waiting
job.
for the fireworks. I was still waiting after she said goodbye. It was different. Good different. Let's talk about something less awkward, like bathroom hygiene.
Sure.
Another time then.
Sorry, I was lost in thought.
You don't happen to...
This is a beautiful place, don't you think?
Okay, we've already chatted.
I'll keep you in my thoughts.
Thank you. We've chatted. I don't think you guys are really paying much attention to the whole Unity thing. Maybe that's a bad thing, you know. Hey.
Been in the Vanguard a long time. The faces change, but bad guys are still bad guys, you know.
Ask us some personal questions.
Yeah, have at it.
Have we chatted about anything? How long have you been a member of the Vanguard?
About 15 years. I joined up after my friend was hijacked and had a load of cargo stolen by some spacers while he was headed to Sidonia. I'd always kind of felt compelled to serve the UC, but my friend getting hit was the last straw. Turned out to be the perfect job. The Vanguard's chock full of good pilots who were committed to making things better for the average citizen. My kind of people.
All right. Those are my kind of people too. You're right at home on my crew. You really are. You really are.
I wouldn't expect anything less from a fellow member of the Vanguard. I've always said there's no one else like us in the settled systems. I'm glad you were on duty when I got into that mess with Ecliptic. Most people would have turned tail and run from a situation like that.
Oh, don't worry about that. How did you end up on Ecliptic's bad side?
Being damn good at my job, that's how. I've been nothing but trouble for the criminals and smugglers in the Sol system since I joined the Vanguard. They've been trying to white-line me for years, but no one's been able to swing it. I'm guessing my enemies pooled their money and put some real pearls on my tail. It's kind of flattering that they sent in the big guns to do the job.
Okay, I mean, to be honest with you, they've got a contract out on me, and I've never quite figured that out. How did the Ecliptic manage to hijack your ship? It's a good question.
I fell for the oldest trick in the damn book. They hailed me for a cargo inspection on a frequency that I thought was legit, and I stopped. They boarded my ship and had guns in my face quicker than you can say grab jump.
Okay. You think they're going to send more people after you?
I hope not. I'd never forgive myself if someone else on the crew got hurt because Ecliptic came after me.
Okay, you making me feel slightly guilty here. Okay. Well, yeah, those big guns gave you a real run for your money.
If it weren't for you, I'd been a goner. Maybe Constellation should go into the merc business too.
Alright, anyway. We'll chat
Till next time,
later.
then.
Really just wanted to get some feedback on the whole Starborn thing, but it does kind of look like no one wants to chat about it. About it? Did you go up or down? You weren't down before, but you guys have a nasty habit of wandering around. Alright, you know what? Got a feeling everything that's going to be said about the Starborn and Unity has been said. We have got a number of things to do, and all of them involve us getting back out there. We've got a couple of artifacts we could find, or we could head to Lunar. There's something there the Starborn Sarah wanted us to see. And I'm of a mind. Okay, wait. Yeah, go to Freya 3. Where is Freya? Okay. Is that... Still multiple jumps. Huh. Even with this ship, still multiple jumps. That's getting out there, isn't it? It's a little more on the outskirts. But that's quite far. Whereas Sol is right there. I'm thinking go to the Galactic Research Station. Wait a minute. Is that on the surface? There wasn't there a... That's Nova Galactic Star Yard. Ah. It's not the Star Yard. It's a research station on the moon. I've still not found out where Nova Galactic Star Yard is now, because that's an abandoned one. I think. Pretty sure it is. You know what? Let's head over here. We can pick the artifacts up once we're done. I really would like to know what it is Starborn Sarah wants me to see.
Try to spin it down. Jump was smooth as butter.
Yeah. Yeah, it was abandoned. No need to go there then. Alright. So, let's have a look. Abandoned outpost. Apollo landing site. Oh, we've been there. Alright. Let's get down there and find out what we're supposed to see. Alright. Can we see the place from here?
What can I do for you?
We've not chatted, have we?
Hey, boss.
Do you mind if I ask some personal questions?
Why not?
When we met, you mentioned you were researching something. Could you tell me more about that?
I've been researching decommissioned technology from the Colony War. Specifically, the mechanized combat units manned by the Freestar Militia's 1st Cavalry. I'd appreciate if you kept your mouth shut about that. Mechs were banned after the armistice, and researching them is strictly illegal. I already got into hot water for my research when I worked at Ryujin Industries. I'd rather not try my luck at slithering out of trouble again.
Oh, no, fair enough. Serves you right for it. Why is researching mechs illegal? Because of the Narian Treaty. Why are you interested in that kind of research?
I believe mechs have a lot of applications beyond the battlefield. We could use them for mining, exploring dangerous biomes, and even prosthesis.
Yeah.
Banning research into those applications of mech technology was extremely short-sighted, in my opinion.
Well, you're not wrong, because we still have robots. And robots are basically just autonomous mechs. Because mechs are just robots we climb into, I think, right? You're right. Your secret's safe with me.
Thanks, hon. Glad to know you're on my side. If I get into any more trouble for my research, I'll be sure to keep your name out of it.
Yeah, alright. Well, thank you very much.
See you around.
Yeah. I mean, it is an odd thing. I get it. Same with the Xeno warfare. I can understand the Xeno warfare more. Oh, okay. It's low G here anyway. Okay, right. Whoa. I'm still working towards anutronic fusion and the last rank of ship command, but I'm a while away from unlocking those anyway. And I can take Starship Design rank 4, but there's not really a lot that it gets me at the moment. There is one shield, and it is, I think it's 1,600 as a base, as opposed to the one I've currently got, 1,450, but I don't think it's worth a skill point. I'd almost say just take something like particle beam weapons to do 10% more damage on all my weaponry would be useful. But I'm also thinking, maybe... I'm liking particle beams. I am liking particle beams. But honestly, I'm thinking rifle. Because that would affect ballistic weapons and the particle rifle. Not the particle pistol, but rapid reloading. Armor penetration. I feel like being able to do a little more damage is going to be useful as well. Yeah. I'm pretty close to getting something else. Right, you know what? Rifles. I gotta kill 20 enemies with a rifle. Got a feeling that's gonna be not a problem. Alright. So yeah, I'm liking that. I really am. Yeah. Definitely a rifle kind of guy, so... Here we go. Back on Lunar, completely surveyed everything, so... Okay, I don't know who that is, but that is very, very close. That feels like we've been followed. That actually looks like a bounty hunter ship. It's probably a lot further away than I realized. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be exhausted by the time I get there. Is it gonna take off before I get there? Very probably. Oh, you know what? I should... Oh, it's ecliptic. Okay, it is ecliptic. See some ecliptic on the other side. We get on board. Get on board. We take out the pilot so they can't take off. And then take out them. Don't get seen. Spook the pilot. Okay. Nicely done. Look at this. Look at us. Yes! Right. Bloody ecliptics. Fuck, wait. Wait, have they taken off? Have they... Holy crap, they took off. They took off. Oh, fuck. Okay, what? They took off. We're... Right, well... Guess we're definitely taking over this ship.
When I see it with my own eyes, it is still hard to believe.
Yep. Okay. Disarm them. Yep, we are. Okay. Particle grenade. The negotiator. Furious UC naval cutlass. Believe it or not, oh, I will take it, but believe it or not, that is kind of crap. That's worth it. All right. And positron, batteries, and platinum. I'm going to leave the positron. Okay. We need to land this ship, I guess. Oh, okay, I've just realized. Could you imagine if I couldn't pilot this ship? Imagine if I couldn't pilot this ship. Okay. We need to get back down there to the landing. It was this one, right? Yeah, we'll land. We'll land there. We'll land where it took off. And hope like hell that... Okay, I just... I'm a tad worried. Alright, well, the Ecliptic do not seem to be here. Alright, you know what? There probably wasn't anything useful in there. Let's... Okay. Sarah, there is a distinct possibility I've lost the hopper. Oh yeah. Seems we've got a new ship. And that ship is... kinda crap. Brilliant. Brilliant. It was such a good plan. It was such a good plan. We sneak on, we take out the pilots, then we go out, we take out the soldiers. And now the guys have taken the hopper and gone somewhere? Well, brilliant. Thing is what are we going to do with that? I've got no bloody intention of keeping it. Alright, you know what? We came here for a reason. I guess. Alright. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, I'm not sensing anyone. Okay. The lights are on. But I'm not seeing any signs of life. And for some reason that is making me even more nervous. Oh, the lights are definitely on.
Impressive that such an old structure would be in this shape after over 100 years.
And still powered. Yep. Of course, she gave us a key. Now, did she get this key in another universe and yet it somehow works here? When they When they go to a new universe, do they take stuff with them? If not, where do they get those cool ships and suits from? I've got so many questions. I have got so many questions. NASA. Huh.